back to our channel. I'm Shawnee.
I'm Matt.
And today we are going to do what is called the first sentence challenge. So, Matt can explain the rules for that.
Okay, so you've probably seen, if you've been on BookTube, you've probably seen something like this before, but if not, here's how we're gonna do it. We have each chosen 7 books that we know that the other has read. Some of which are like favorite books, some have just been maybe just like a one-time pass. But we took the first sentence of that book, we're gonna read it to the other, and they have to guess what the book is, or the name of the book. Now, a little disclaimer, some of these, well, here's how the points are gonna work. I'm getting ahead of myself. Here's how the points are gonna work. Every point, or every question is worth 1 point. Now, some of these first sentences have the names of characters or locations that would be a dead giveaway. And so if you only get the full point if you can say the name of the book without having to hear the giveaway. And if you have to hear the giveaway, then that's half a point. So we can each get a total of 7 points. I didn't think through a tiebreaker. Did you think through a tiebreaker?
No, but if that's the case, then we'll make the other leave the room and pick a book and look at it or something.
Okay, then we'll
just do it on the fly.
Yeah, we'll do it on the fly. We'll cut, we'll come back, and then whatever. We'll cross that bridge if we need to.
I picked a couple of hard ones for you just to
help. Great. I picked some books that if you don't get, you're going to be very upset with yourself. Okay, so is there anything else we need to say before we get started?
Are you nervous?
Yes.
Because you don't want to get any wrong.
Yeah, because I'm going to be terrible at this. I'm going to be so bad. Okay, do you want to...
Me first?
We didn't... Okay. We didn't decide who was going to go first, so...
Me first.
Ladies first, I guess.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want an easier or hard one to start off with?
Let's get an easy one.
An easy one? Okay.
Oh, gosh.
So I'm going to omit a part of the sentence.
Okay.
Because it has a location.
Okay.
Not for the first time, an argument has broken out over breakfast at... And then it says the place.
And this is a book that I've read?
Yes.
Can I look at the bookshelves?
Sure. I'll read it again while I look at the bookshelves. Not for the first time, an argument has broken out over breakfast at...
Blank. This is an easy one?
I thought it was. You'll at least get a half a point for it if you need me to say the location. Ooh, so do we get multiple guesses? Like up to 5 maybe?
I feel like 5 is a lot. Let's do 3.
3, okay.
Yeah. Is it... I'm about to guess a book that's not on the bookshelf. Well, did you get this off of my Goodreads?
This one, no.
Okay. So you just knew that I had read it?
Yes.
Did I read a sequel of that recently? No? I don't know. I might need the... I'm going to throw it out there. Is it Aragon?
No.
Okay. This is horrible.
Okay, I'll read it. I'll read it with the location.
Okay.
Not for the first time, an argument has broken out over breakfast at number 4, Privet Drive.
Is it the first book? That's not the first book? Okay. It's got to be the second one then.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Chamber of Secrets.
Yeah, that's the first one I picked up because you just finished it.
I just read it.
But the first sentence, it's like you get so deep into it, and so it's like what you're retaining is not the very first sentence, unless it's like Pride Prejudice, and like that's the most famous first sentence like book in the world, right? Did you put that on my list?
I don't know. We'll have to wait and find out. Okay, so half a point for me. Okay. Which is a bummer.
Half a point. We'll put the points on the screen.
Yeah, they'll be.
And by we I mean Matt.
Yeah. They'll be on the screen. Okay. Since you gave me one with a giveaway, I'm going to give you one with a giveaway.
Okay. I'm nervous now.
I feel like
I wasn't nervous before this.
Okay. Insert character's name.
Okay.
Is 59. That's the sentence.
That's the first sentence
That's
of the
the
book?
first sentence of the book. Insert character name is 59.
Do I get to ask one hint question?
Sure.
Is this a book that I've read since we've been together?
No.
Okay. Is it Valley of the Dolls?
No. That's one guess.
I'll do one more guess, and then if I don't know it, then you can give me the character name.
Can I give you another hint? This is a book that you lent me while we were still dating.
But did you read it?
No, not yet. I haven't read it yet. You haven't lent me one that I've read. I don't think.
I did give you a book, but what book was it?
Because I remember you thought that you like misplaced it and you didn't have it, but then you found it one day.
Oh yeah, it's Frederick Bachman. It's A Man Called Ove.
Ove.
A Man Called Ove.
Yeah, A Man Called Ove. The first sentence is Ove is 59.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice. Okay. I thought he was older than that. I looked at that and I was like, he's older than 59.
Yeah. If I'm being honest, that's very rapidly climbing my TBR because I've been reading a lot of fantasy and I kind of want to break from the fantasy worlds.
Yeah, me too.
And so I might jump into a Bachman real quick.
Yeah, Anxious People is also on our shelf. I think that might be my fantasy break.
It.
Yeah, that might be my fantasy break that I take.
Anywho.
Next one.
1 point, half a point. Now I have to bank on her missing one for me to get a point. Okay. Or for me to win.
You did give me a hint, so I'll try to give you a better hint next
Okay.
time.
I'll give you 2 hints. Should we complicate it and make it like 2/3 points? No.
Okay. I'm going to die, aren't I? Character asked. I'm going to die, aren't I? Character asked.
I'm so terrible at this.
I'm going to die, aren't I? So-and-so asked.
Is that The Lightning Thief?
No.
What books have I read? Can I have a hint?
Yes. I don't know. This is the first hint that popped in my mind, but I don't know if it's too much of a giveaway. But should I just say it?
Sure.
You're on the right path with nature from your first guess.
So it's a middle grade.
No, with nature.
Oh, so lightning. That's the clue. So is it in the Stormlight Archive?
I'm not going to tell you.
Gosh. I knew I was going to be terrible at this. Okay.
It's a lot harder than I thought it was going to be.
Did I just read it? I literally finished it today.
No.
Okay.
Dogs are knocking on the door.
Don't know if you heard that. That was a dog. American Gods.
No. Do you want me to say the name?
Yeah, say the name. I'll get a half a point.
I'm going to die, aren't I? Sen asked.
Oh, that's one of the... No. What? Sin?
C-E-N-N? Sen?
C-E-N-N.
That's how I would say it.
People that have read this book are going crazy right now. No, I mean like because I don't know it.
Because you don't know it and they know it because I said the name.
Are you sure that I read this book?
Yes. Think about the first hint that I gave you.
I'm in the right... I'm guessing right with nature?
You were on the right path in the realm of nature. With your first guess. Which was the Lightning Thief.
So is it in the Stormlight Archive? Is it The Way of Kings?
Yes.
Okay. Was that from the prologue?
No. I skipped. So any of the books with prologues, I asked him, are we doing prologues? And he said, I guess that's the discretion of the person choosing
That's
the
a
first
disclaimer
sentence.
I forgot to say.
I skipped all of the prologues.
Okay.
So I just did the first sentence of the first chapter.
I don't know that any of mine have prologues either. But I don't remember the character Sen. I'm planning on rereading the Stormlight Archive soon, so...
And I'm planning on reading it. Oh, it's your turn.
It's my turn. Okay. Alright, so 1 point to 1 point. Oh, here's one. Okay. This one doesn't have a character's name in it.
Okay.
So
it's
just 1 point. There's no
Half a point.
There's no 2 point or 2-parter.
Your hair looks really good.
Okay. Thanks. When he woke in the woods in the dark and the cold of the night, he'd reach out to touch the child sleeping beside him.
Oh, say that again.
When he woke in the woods in the dark and the cold of the night, he'd reach out to touch the child sleeping beside him. That might have been he'd reached out, like past tense. I don't know. Maybe I was typing these furiously at work the other day.
Well, that's a first sentence.
Uh-huh.
When he was sleeping in the cold of the night in the forest, he'd reach out to the...
In the woods. He woke in the woods in the dark and the cold of the night. He'd reach out to touch the child sleeping beside him. I really want to read this book.
Oh, you do?
Oh, you do?
It's like a hint?
Maybe.
I feel like that this might be... Ooh, this is Cormac McCarthy. It's, what's the name of this book? Where is it? The Road.
Yeah. Yep, it was The Road by Cormac McCarthy. Would you have got it if I didn't say I wanted to read it?
If I was skimming the shelves more slowly, yes, I feel like I would have gotten there.
I'm really excited.
I feel
to
like
read
it was
that.
literary. I feel like I was on the path of literary, but wasn't really sure.
I might actually move that above. I mean, because I've been wanting to read that since high school.
So good.
But in high school, I didn't like reading, so.
It depends on whenever you're ready to take a break from fantasy, which this one is like post-apocalyptic or whatever.
Which is, I think is the draw for me.
It's a lot darker than Bachman.
Which
so if
also
you want
is
a
a
little
draw
bit
for me.
more lighthearted but also like sentimental like Bachman, but if you're wanting more dark, grim, but fantastic writing, both of them are.
Yeah.
The Road.
Honestly, that might jump to next on my TBR. Or not next, but the first not fantasy book that I will read.
Okay. But not at the very top of your TBR.
We're going to make a TBR video later. But.
Okay.
So that's 2 to 1?
2 to 1.
This is my third question, so I am very far behind. So she has to miss like 1 or 2 for me to win.
Okay, this is just a full point. There's no half point on this one.
Okay.
The morning burned so August hot. The marsh's moist breath hung the oaks and pines with fog.
The morning burned so hot.
The morning burned so August hot.
So August hot.
The marsh's moist breath hung the oaks and pines with fog.
Did I read this in high school?
No.
I read it recently.
Post-high school.
Post-high school. Oh, is it where the crawdads sing?
Yeah.
Yes, let's go. So we don't have do we have a physical
Yes,
copy?
we do. Is there a
Oh
mic?
yeah, we have it right here. I actually listened to it on Audible completely. So, yeah, that was crazy.
This was my copy then, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I got a point. I feel pretty good about that.
2 to 2. Right?
You have 2? I have 2? Yeah, I have 2 out of 3 questions.
Okay.
You have 2 out of 2 questions. So you're in the lead if you get this one.
Okay.
Christmas won't... Sorry. This has the character's name in it. So I'm going to skip that and then we'll do a half point if we need to.
Okay.
But I feel like it's going to be easy. Christmas won't be Christmas without any presents, grumbled character's name lying on the rug.
Is this Little Women?
Yeah.
I love that book.
I knew it was going to be too easy. I should have picked some harder ones. Okay, so that's 3 for her, 2 for me, going into round 4.
Okay.
4? Right? Yeah, because you've gotten every one. No. 3-2. Yes, that's the score.
Okay.
Maybe I should have been writing this down.
This is also a full point. No character. Please.
Okay.
It was a pleasure to burn.
Oh, Fahrenheit 451. Oh, I love that book so much. Oh my gosh. So the reason I got that so quickly is because at my old job, I used to do a lot of, I was an audio engineer. And so I would grab a mic and to check it, I would just pull up a book on my phone and read it. And that's the book that I would read every time. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So whenever I would grab a mic to mic check, I would just read, it was a pleasure to burn, and then keep reading. And so that's why, and also it's one of my favorite books that was required through school. It's one of the only books from school that I voluntarily bought a new copy of. Okay, I feel pretty good about that one. But it's not going to put me in the lead. You need to miss one first. So I need to read you a more difficult one.
Okay.
Okay, this one, what's the score? Is it 3-3? Well, this is the 4th one, so it could be 4-3.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you're correct.
And if we're wrong, editing Matt will be able to do it. Next one. This is just a full point. Okay. The Salinas Valley is in Northern California.
East of Eden.
Yeah. that's her favorite book, and so I had to put it on here to see if you would get
Thanks,
it.
babe.
Yeah, for sure.
Whenever I was picking out the books for you, I almost picked up some of my favorites to look at the first sentence, and I was like, that's cheating. I thought about it though, but I didn't do it, I promise.
Nice.
I'm an honest player.
I'm glad you got that.
Me too. This is a full point. There were great advantages to being unimportant.
There are great advantages to being unimportant. So we're following a character that thinks that they are unimportant.
There were great advantages to being unimportant.
There were great advantages to being unimportant. I feel like I should know this. I haven't read much on that shelf. Okay.
Do you want a big hint?
No. Did I DNF this book? No.
No.
No, not that book.
You read it.
I have read it. I feel like not so recently. Or recently.
No, it's not since we've been together.
Not since we've been together. Okay.
So not within a year.
So I have not read it within the last year. Is it, we currently have it?
Yes.
Okay. Is it,
There's only one on my list that I got off of your Goodreads that we don't physically have, but it's not this book.
okay.
Just as an upcoming hint.
Who is unimportant, or who thinks they're unimportant? Is it Warbreaker?
Yes!
Yes, let's go! That's what I'm talking about. Okay.
Wait. You're holding your phone out where I can see it.
Oh, sorry.
I wasn't looking, but I just saw
Okay.
that you had it available.
So I've read that one, that one, that one, and that one. 4-4?
Yes, this is my fifth question.
Okay. I need you to miss one. One of these. I feel like 2 out of the 3 that I have left are giveaways. Like, they're so easy.
Did you play easier than I did?
Nature. I think so. But I don't know. Let's see if you get this one. This isn't the one I was talking about.
Okay.
This one is the hardest of the 3 that I feel like.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. It was nearing midnight, and the Prime Minister was sitting alone in his office, reading a long memo that was slipping through his brain without leaving the slightest trace of meaning behind.
This is Harry Potter and
Yeah.
the Half-Blood Prince.
I'm so annoyed. Yes, you got it right. Gosh darn it. Okay.
I reread those in 2020.
Okay, but there's 7 of them. How did you know that that was the Half-Blood Prince? So that is 5-4 going into round 6, and I need her to miss one.
I stalked my enemy carefully through the cavern. This is a hard one. I'm sorry, I feel like I picked hard ones for you.
I stalked my enemy, what?
Carefully through the cavern.
Through the cavern.
I don't know when you read this one, and you may have listened to it.
And we don't have it?
We do.
We do have it.
But I think that you mostly listened to it. On Audible.
I stalked my enemy
Carefully. Through the cavern.
Through the cavern. Okay. I stalked my enemy carefully through the cavern.
Whenever I was picking these, I was like, some of these are going to be too easy. So I feel like, but now I'm like, maybe this was too hard. I'm sorry.
And I have listened or read this whole book. I didn't DNF this.
As far as I'm aware, yes.
Okay.
I'll give you 2 hints.
Can I give me one?
Easy hint or like
Just like a little hint.
it's from a female voice.
Okay. Skyward.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I was gonna say it's in the Cosmere, but then I was like, I didn't know.
Well, it's not in the Cosmere.
Oh, it's not.
It's just a Brando Sando. Okay.
Your turn. My turn. Good job with those.
So I have 2 more. Yeah, but you gave me a hint.
Okay, but it wasn't a big hint. There's half of these books are by female voices.
Yeah, but only one of them was in a cavern. And that's only in the first book. The rest of the books aren't in the cavern.
I don't know because I hadn't read that, so
Okay.
I didn't know the whole thing was in a cavern.
Anyways, here we go. I think you're gonna get this one pretty easily. It is a truth universally acknowledged that a single man in possession of a good fortune must be in want of a wife.
Pride and Prejudice.
When you said that earlier, I was like, oh no.
Unless it's like Pride and Prejudice, and like that's the most famous first sentence like book in the world, right? Whenever in college we did, it was just one class, like not an entire semester, but just like one class about first sentences, and that one was widely discussed.
You didn't tell me that. Why are we doing this challenge? Oh my gosh.
I forgot until just now.
Okay, well that's 6-7 going into the last, or 6-5.
To be fair, that's the only book that was discussed that we've discussed now for first sentences.
Okay.
But I do pay more attention to them since that class, I guess. I don't know. Is that cheating? Am I cheating?
Well, I mean, the only way that I can win is if you completely miss the last one. And I have to get this one for a full point, not a half point.
Okay, this could be a half point.
Okay.
Character stood at the bow of blank her beached warship and looked out at the massacre on the sands. That's one we do not have physical copy.
Another female voice.
Stood at the bow of. I don't want to say the name.
Is it her ship?
Her beached warship, and looked out at the massacre on the sands. I don't know why I read that so broken. Like the first time, I was like, blank stood at the bow of blank.
So you had to Google this,
Yes,
or do we have it on our Kindle account?
Kindle.
Oh, Rage of Dragons.
Yes.
Let's go.
But I did Google it. I didn't want to pull it up on Kindle because then if you like pulled it up for something else and you see like why is the Rage of Dragons like on my
Yeah. That's a great book that I really want to get into the sequel, but it's just like
not at the top of your list.
Yeah, it's not at the top of my list. And honestly, I feel like I would need to reread Rage of Dragons before I get to Fires of Vengeance.
Because it's been so long.
Yeah, it's been so long. Or I might just watch like a summary or something on YouTube.
Yeah.
Take the easy route. Okay, well, I have 7 points. 6 points.
I have to miss this one.
So you have to miss this one completely, and we would tie. But I don't think that you're going to because you liked this book. I hope that's not too much of a hint.
Most of the books that we keep are the ones that we like.
Right. That's true. Okay. So this one could be a half point, has character's name in it. And I feel like before I even get to the character's name, you're going to know it. So just stop me when you know it.
Okay.
Here we go. 19 years before she decided to die.
The Midnight Library.
All right. Well, that was the first sentence challenge. And
That's fun.
that was fun.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was kind of hard. I was kind of hard on you with my sentences.
That's fine. It's okay. It was just fun.
Okay.
I mean, I still only lost by 1 point. So, that's cool. I honestly feel like we should have done more. Like, we should have had more books chosen. But, I don't know. Maybe we'll do this again in a year or two.
After we read more books.
After we read more books and we have more options.
Yeah.
So
this was fun. We'll do more games like this and stuff too.
Absolutely. So, thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking around if you made it this far through the video. Don't forget to subscribe and give the video a like. We're going to leave our Goodreads in the description. We're going to leave our social media in the description. Give us a follow if you want to chat with us. And you can follow us on all those things. And is there anything else you want to say?
This was fun.
All right. Well, we'll see you in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.